My name is Francis Akutey Baffoe, a preceptor in African languages at Harvard University. I teach Twi, I teach beginners class, intermediate class, and then advanced class. Today I want to share with you one of the strategies I use in teaching, and I choose to call this the progressive teaching and learning strategy. What it simply means is teaching from the basics to the complex part of the language. And this is how I go about it. So I teach by using morphemes. And as we all know, morphemes are the smallest unit of words that make meaning. So what I do is I break down words for students to understand, one, the cultural concept of the word, and in so doing, it helps them to learn more vocabulary, and then it helps them to know the culture, and at the same time, it helps them with tones and even sometimes the grammar, speaking, and then writing. So what I do is, so for example, in Twi, there is a word that is so common, and that word is akwaba. Akwaba simply means welcome, but I teach akwaba in my first class by telling students the etymology of the word, by breaking down akwaba into morphemes. And akwaba simply means you've gone and you are back, which means welcome. So ko means go, and then ba means come. So in teaching students this, it helps them understand that the words that they are learning or whatever they are learning comes from something. So the cultural component of the language is also learned right there. Another example is greetings based on times of the day. So we have three main greetings based on time of the day. We have morning, which we say mache. We have noon or afternoon, which we say maha. And then we have evening or even night, which we say majo. And all these, there are some cultural components in these words. So what I do is I teach them, I break it down for students to know that the language itself carries the culture of the people. So in my class, I don't say today we're going to do culture, today we're going to do grammar, or today we're going to do maybe speaking or writing, but it helps me teach them, and all the components of the language are embedded in one thing. So matching, the word ma comes from two words, which is me, I, ma is give, then the chi is life. So good morning simply means I give you life. Then maha means I give you like laziness literally, but it actually means I give you rest, because that is the time when mostly they were farmers. That was the time they would have come back from their farms. They feel bored, they feel tired, and it's a time for rest. So when you meet somebody, you say memawo aha, which we say maha, and that simply means like I give you rest. And then majo, which is good evening or good night, means that I give you calmness. The jo is calm. Then the ma again is I give you. So majo means I give you calmness, which means that now the sun has set, it's sunset. So the weather is cool. So in doing this, it actually helps me as an instructor, one, to teach so many things, a lot of things, components of the language in a single study. So they have the chance of learning the culture of the people. They have the chance of learning vocabulary. They have the chance of learning even how to pronounce these words. So in one class, I am able to teach all of these without breaking it down into we are going to teach grammar or we're going to teach culture. So that is one advantage of using this progressive teaching and learning. So one, it helps students to build on their vocabulary. Another word is a word like pong. So we have a word like unyankopon, which means God. And I break it down for them to know the components of these words, the morphemes. So as we progress in our studies, it gets to a point where students are able to even guess the meaning of words, even when it's the first time they are hearing of the word. So if I ask them, what is suku pong? They know that suku is school. Pong means great, huge. So it means the great school or the huge school, which means the university. So students are able to learn easily the culture of the people, at the same time the grammatical components of the language. So they learn language by learning all aspects of it in a single time. So the benefit to the student is that it helps them in one, learning vocabularies. It helps them in understanding even new words, and then it also helps the teacher to save time where you don't have to be breaking lessons into different components. The students are able to learn all these components at the same time. And then again, another advantage or benefit to the teacher is that it helps you to teach, it helps you to build even on what you know, because being able to break words into their morphemes would mean that the teacher must do a lot of research. The teacher must learn more about the language, and you need dictionaries, you need books to help you know these components. So I will encourage teachers to always learn beyond just the grammar of the language, because African languages are such that the culture of the people are always embedded in the language of the people. And it also helps the students not to get bored during class, because the more you teach them the culture of the people, the more they get interested in the learning of the language. And students during their evaluations always say this, that they like my class because they get the opportunity to learn the culture of the people, which is rare in most language classes. So this is how I go about my progressive teaching and learning at Harvard University.